Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to class number 25. Yes, we're moving forward, step by step, little by little. And for the moment, for the next 7 or 8 minutes, revisemos todo. Let's review a bit. Let's go over the things we saw in the last class, yesterday, okay? Camera number 1. All right, otra vez. The King of Spain in 1330 was, I don't know, for tomorrow. I'll come back tomorrow and tell you who the King of Spain was in 1330. 1330. And the king in 1440, I'm not sure. The father of Isabel was the King of Castile. And the father, I think Juan I, right? John I, I think was the King of Aragon, the father of Ferdinand, the Catholic. Who was the king in 1550? 1550. 1550. 1550. 50. 50. 15. Siempre esa última sílaba, aunque se acentúe del todo o no se acentúe del todo, tiene una N al final claramente sonora y se oye muy bien. 15, 15, 50, 50. 30, 40, 30, 40, 50. La primera sílaba lleva todo el acento. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay. 1990, 1880, 1770, 1660, 1550, 1440, and 1330. Okay? Are you over 30 or under 30? Are you over 13? Probably. Are you over 30? I don't know. Maybe. Are you over 14? Probably. Are you over 40? Maybe not. Are you over 15? Tu edad, eh? Are you over 15? Probably. Are you over 50? I'm not so sure. Are you over 16? Most likely. Otra forma de decir probably. Most likely. Are you over 60? I doubt it. I doubt it. Are you over 17? Probably. Most likely. Are you over 70? I seriously doubt it. Are you over 18? Most likely. Are you over 80? I will bet my house that you're not over 80. I don't think we have any students, or maybe 1 or 2 students over 80. 80. Are you over 19? Most likely. Probably. Are you over 90? For sure. You're not. You're not over 90. Okay. Now, do you know what this is? No, I don't know what it is. Well, what is it? It's a pen. Do you know what this is? No, I don't know what that is. What is it? It's a cup. Do you know what this is? No, I don't know what that is. Well, what is it? It's a watch. Do you know what I am doing? Yes, I know what you are doing. Well, what am I doing? You're taking off your watch. Look. Do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I know what you are. I know what you're doing. Contracción de you are. I know what you're doing now. Well, what am I doing? You're showing me your watch. Okay? Yeah. Do you know what I'm doing? I am. Do you know what I am doing now? Yes, I know what you're doing now. Well, what am I? Amaya? Hola, Amaya, ¿qué tal? What am I? What am I doing? You're cleaning your watch. Okay. And do you know what I'm doing now. Yes, I know what you're doing now. Well, what am I doing? You're putting on your watch. That's right. Okay. And do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I know what you're doing now. What am I doing now? You're trying to break the pen. Okay. And do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I know what you're doing now. What am I doing now? You're showing me the Vaughan method. Okay. And do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I know what you're doing now. Well, what am I doing now? You're turning the pages around. That's right. I'm turning the pages around. And do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I do. I know what you're doing now. Well, what are you doing now? What are you? You're turning the pages back around. And do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I do. Well, what am I doing? You're putting the pages back on the table. All right. And do you know what I'm doing now? Yes, I do. Well, what am I doing? You're pointing with your right hand. Yes, I am. But do you know who I'm pointing at? Do you know who I am pointing at? Yes, I know who you're pointing at. Well, who am I? Who am I pointing at? You're pointing at me. Okay? And am I pointing at you with my left hand or my right hand? You're pointing at me with both hands. Do you know what my name is? Yes, I know what your name is. What's my name? Your name is Richard. Do you know what I do for a living? Excuse me? Do you know what I do? Do you know what I do for a living? I don't understand the question. Do for a living. What does that mean? What does that expression mean? It means ganarse la vida. ¿Qué hago para ganarme la vida? Yes, I know what you do for a living. Well, what do I do? What do I do? How do you do? What do I do? What do I do for a living? You? You teach. All right. I teach. More specifically, I teach English for a living. Y mis colegas que vienen también. So I'll pass you to another teacher.
Thank you, Richard. My name's David Wardell, and I'm here with a very, very special guest today. His name is Nacho. How are you, Nacho?
Hello, David. Fine,
Or
thanks.
should I say in English, Nacho?
No, Nacho.
Nacho. Nacho is mejor, ¿no?
Or Ignacio. Or...
Ignacio, sí, claro.
Yes.
Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Ignatius. It's not a very common name in England,
No.
but it does exist, Ignatius.
Well,
but I will call you Nacho.
Better Nacho. Okay.
Nacho, okay?
Okay.
So today, we're going to be revising what we did in the last class. So we looked at two numbers, if you remember. The numbers are 17 and 70. 17 and 70. It's very easy to confuse the two, so you have to listen very, very carefully. So I will give you a number dictation. So you will write down three numbers, and then you'll read them out in voz alta. It's very, very important in voz alta, aloud, okay? And you're going to write them down as well, aren't you, Nacho?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
So are you ready?
Yes, I am ready. Whatever.
Pick up your whiteboard.
Okay.
Okay, the first number is 370. 370. Okay, the second number is 517. Oyes la diferencia, ¿no? 70, 17.
Yes.
And the third number is 917. Okay, you've got that? You've written it all down, I hope?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, Nacho, show the camera. So the first one, if you could read it for me.
Yeah. 370.
Good, 370. 300 and, we say hundred and, hundred and, hundred and, 100.
Okay.
So again?
Okay. 370.
370.
370.
Así, muy bien. Okay, the second number.
Okay. 517.
Very good. 17, making a big difference between 70
Yeah.
and 17. 17. Okay, and the last number?
The last one is 917.
Or 917.
Okay. It's difficult to
It's
pronounce.
difficult, it's
yes.
difficult.
It's
Go on, try.
917.
100.
Wow, it's difficult.
100. 100. Okay.
Yes, 917.
The 100 5 times.
Wow.
100.
100.
100.
100.
100.
100.
100.
100.
100.
100.
In casa. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. Muy bien.
Okay.
So 3 out of 3. Well done. Now rub those out if you could, and we'll go on to the next round. Now let's do some slightly higher numbers. So now the numbers will have thousands. All right?
Okay.
You okay with that?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Vamos. The first number is 3,670. The second number is 4,270. And the last number is 2,717. Muy bien. I hope you have written all those numbers down at home. It's very important you write them down, yeah? Okay. Now, can you read the first number, Nacho?
Yeah, of course. Is 3,670.
Yes?
670.
Correct. Muy bien. Okay.
Okay.
And well pronounced. Okay, the next one.
Okay. 4,270.
Yes?
270.
270.
270.
Correct. Muy bien. And the last number
And
is?
the last one is 2,717.
Or 717. 700
117.
117, not 117.
Okay.
Yeah? One more time?
The
The last number.
717.
No, 700.
17.
700.
Without and 117.
I see. Okay. So
Okay.
2,717. Correct. 3 out of 3. Muy
Wow.
bien. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay. And let's have a very quick look at the other thing that we looked at in the last class, which is indirect questions. So what I'm going to do is give you some direct questions, and I want you to change them to indirect questions. So you know what you have to do, don't you? You have to change the verb and the subject. So for example, if I say, what is it? What is verb, it, subject? You'll have to change it to, for example, do you know what it, subject, is? Verbo. Yeah?
Okay.
So I'll give you some of these questions, and you'll change them.
Okay.
So for example, the first one again. What is it? What is it?
What?
Do you know?
Do you know what it is?
Muy bien. Repeat.
Do you know what it is?
Do you know what it is? Muy bien, en casa. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Okay, one more. What are they?
Do you know what they are?
Okay, pero hay que sacar la lengua con el they. Otra vez.
Okay. Do you know what they are?
Muy bien. Okay, en casa. Do you know what they are? And one with who this time. Who is that man?
Do you know who it is?
Yeah, or that man
that
is.
man is.
Okay.
Okay. Do you know what? Who that man is?
Muy bien, en casa. Do you know who that man is? That's it. That's all we have time for. So I'll pass you back to Richard. Thank you.
Welcome back. Okay, I'm speaking to you, so pay attention to me. I'm speaking to you, so pay attention to me. En inglés la atención se paga, no se presta, se págame atención. Paga atención a mí, así lo decimos en inglés. Pay attention to me. Y fijaos un momento antes de ir a la cámara número 1. Attention. Los españoles pronunciáis mal, decís siempre attention, attention, no. Es chan chan, attention, attend, como si yo dijera un 10, attend, a 9, no, an 8, no, attend, chan chan, Attention. Attention. Okay? Camera number 1. All right. Yes, to speak English. Ask me if I speak English well. Richard, do you speak English well? I think so. All right. Ask me if I speak Spanish well. Richard, do you speak Spanish well? Yes. I can express myself well in Spanish, but con la edad, with age. Decís con la edad, en inglés con edad, with age, age, age. Casi suena la letra H, ¿no? H, age. With age, it's more and more difficult for me to speak with good grammar. But yes, I speak Spanish well. Ask me if I spoke Spanish well when I was 30 years old. Richard, yes. Did you speak Spanish well when you were 30? Yes, I did. In fact, I think I spoke Spanish better when I was 30 than I speak it now. All right. Ask me if I spoke French well when I was 25. Richard, did you speak French well when you were 25? No, I didn't speak French well. I spoke French well enough to get by in France. But I didn't speak French well. I spoke it well enough to manage. O como lo dije antes? Creo que dije to get by, ¿no? Yes. Para apañarme, ¿no? Arreglármelas. Yes, I spoke French well enough when I was 25 to get by in French. O bien, I spoke French well enough to manage in France. To manage. Además de dirigir o ser gerente o gestionar, también es apañarse. To manage. Puedo apañarme aquí en este plateau. I can manage. No problem. I can manage. Teaching on television, speaking on television is a piece of cake. Es un trozo de tarta. Es pan comido. It's a piece of cake. Speaking on television, no problem. The lights, the cameras, the makeup, everything, bah, it's easy. No problem. I can manage. I can get by. And speaking French, I speak enough French today to get by in France. And when I was 25, I spoke enough French to get by. Do you have a question? Yes? Yeah. Shoot. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sí, adelante. Pregúntamelo. Go ahead. Don't be afraid. No tengas miedo a preguntar. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me a question. Yes? Okay. Richard, did you speak to your wife on the phone this morning? Yes. Yes, I spoke to my wife this morning on the telephone. No digáis jamás by telephone o by phone, por favor, eso es español. En inglés, on the phone or on the telephone. Yes, I spoke to my wife on the phone this morning. Oh, what time did you speak to her? I spoke to her around 10:15. Yeah. Really, around 10:15. How long did you speak to her? I don't remember. Why do you want to know? Well, I'm interested. How long did you speak to her? Well, let's see. I spoke to her for about 10 minutes. No, less. I spoke to her about 5 minutes. And what did you speak to her about? I spoke to her about the true meaning of beauty. About what? I spoke to my wife this morning for 5 minutes about the true meaning of beauty. I don't understand. Well, beauty is belleza, hermosura, belleza. And meaning, significado. El verdadero significado de la belleza. Yes, the true meaning of beauty. You spoke to your wife this morning about the true meaning of beauty? Yeah, why not? Well, normally a husband speaks to a wife about everyday mundane, mundano, everyday mundane things. Well, my wife and I speak about mundane things sometimes, and about transcendental things other times. And today we spoke for about 5 minutes at 10:15 about the true meaning of beauty. Really, you're a little strange, or your wife is a little strange. Well, why not? And do you have any objections? No, I don't have any objections. And did you reach any conclusions? Yes, we reached an important conclusion. Oh, really? Speaking about the true meaning of beauty, in 5 minutes you reached an important conclusion. Really? Oh, what conclusion did you reach? We reached the conclusion that beauty is relative. Yes, relative. It's relative. Oh, that's an important conclusion. I know that. Everybody knows that. Well, okay. And did you speak to your children this morning? I spoke to my daughter. I spoke to my daughter, but I didn't speak to my son. And why didn't you speak to your son? Because my son is in Florida. Florida? Yes, Florida. 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 Yeah, my son is in Florida. And why didn't you speak to him this morning? Well, because this morning in Spain is the middle of the night in Florida. If it's 10 o'clock in the morning in Spain, it's 4 o'clock in the morning in Florida. So I didn't speak to my son this morning because he was asleep. Maybe I will speak to him later. Maybe I'll speak to him later, this afternoon or this evening. But I didn't speak to him this morning because probably he was in bed. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was out having a good time, but probably not. He needs to get up early to work. Okay? All right, to speak, spoke, spoken. It's very easy, but very, very important, okay? Now, our sponsors have a few words, and then I'll be back. Okay, when I was 1 year old, I didn't speak any languages. I spoke maybe a little English, pero con lengua de trapo, como dice aquí, when I was 1. Now, when I was 10 years old, I spoke only one language. I spoke English. I didn't speak Spanish, I didn't speak French, and I didn't speak German. When I was 20 years old, I spoke 2 languages. I spoke English, and I spoke and I. Fijaos como la D de and se enlaza de forma muy dura con I. And I, and I. And I spoke Spanish. When I was 20, I spoke English and I spoke Spanish. And when I was 25, I spoke English, I spoke Spanish, and I spoke French. Starting at the age 25, I spoke 3 languages. And now, another teacher, and I'll be back in a few minutes, okay?
Thanks, Richard. I'm Carly. And now we're going to practice what Richard has just explained. But first, I want to introduce my student, Mamin. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good stuff. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm
All
ready.
right. Today, we're going to talk about the irregular verb to speak. And do we say to speak with or to speak to?
No, to speak to.
To speak to, thank you. We don't say to speak with. We don't say speak with. Very, very, very few cases do we say speak with. So now speak to, and it's irregular. All right? Tell me in the past. Speak in the past.
Spoke.
Spoke. Perfect. Speak to and spoke in the past. We're going to practice. Remember to follow along at home and repeat out loud. Repeat out loud with us the entire time. All right? Mamin, you ready?
Yes, I'm
Good.
ready.
Did you speak to Richard Vaughan last night?
Yes, I spoke to Richard Vaughan last night.
Good. She's almost famous. Yes, she spoke to Richard Vaughan last night. Spoke in the past. Spoke to. All right. Did you speak to him in German?
Yes, I spoke to him in German.
You speak German?
Yes, I speak German.
I think she's lying. Good. All right. We speak languages as well. That's important. We speak English, we speak German, we speak Spanish. We don't talk. Good. So she spoke to Richard Vaughan last night in German. A little strange, but I think it's talented. Did you speak to my mother last week?
Yes, I spoke to your mother last week.
Good. Yes, she spoke to my mother last week. Spoke in the past. Did you speak to my brother last week?
Yes, I speak to your brother
Aye,
too.
aye, aye.
I spoke to your
good.
brother, sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Repeat.
Yeah, I spoke to your brother too.
Perfect. I spoke to your brother too. También. Remember? Too. Did you speak to Richard Vaughan last night? Did you at home? Yes, you did. Yes, you spoke to Richard Vaughan last night. Everyone's famous when they know him. Did you speak to my mother in Spanish?
No, I spoke in English.
You spoke in Spanish.
I spoke in Spanish. Oh, yes, I spoke in Spanish.
It's only to practice the irregular.
Okay. I spoke to your Spanish with your mother.
I spoke Spanish?
To your mother.
To your mother. Good. Speak to. Always, always, always. I spoke to your mother in Spanish.
In Spanish.
Tell me.
I spoke to your mother in Spanish.
Very good. I spoke to your mother in Spanish. Did you speak to my mother in Spanish? Yes. You spoke to my mother in Spanish. Spoke to. Spoke to. Out loud. Always out loud. All right? Did you speak to my mother in Canada?
Yes, I spoke to your mother in Canada.
Very good. Did you speak to me last week?
Yes, I spoke to you last week.
Did you speak French to me last week? Did you speak French to me last week? Mamin?
They.
You.
Me.
Yeah.
Yes, I spoke French to you last week.
Good. We speak so many languages
Yes,
here at Vaughan Systems. We speak several, minimum. Did you speak to me last night at midnight?
Yes, I spoke to you last night at
Good.
midnight.
I was sleeping and she woke me up, so it's not very nice. Did you speak to me on the phone? We say on the phone in English. Did you speak to me on the phone last week?
Yes, I spoke to you on the phone last week.
Very good. Did you speak to me standing up?
Yes, I spoke to you standing up.
One more time.
Yes, I spoke to you standing up.
Good, good, good. Yes, I spoke to you standing up. We can always practice that intonation as well. Mamin says it with a lot of intonation, a lot of linking. Yes, I spoke to you last week. Yes, I spoke to you standing up. It's like, claro que sí. We say that. Try to use your intonation at home. Yes, I spoke to your mother last week. Say it as if you believe it, all right? If you're at home, say it as if you believe it out loud. All right. Did you speak to me in Egypt?
Yes, I spoke to you in Egypt.
We travel a lot too. Yes, Mamin spoke to me in Egypt. Did you speak to me in Egyptian?
Yes, I spoke to you in Egyptian.
Good. Egypt, the country, Egyptian, the language. All right. German, the language, Germany, the country. Good. Did you speak to me while playing football? Did you speak to me while playing football? Mamin?
Yes, I spoke to you while playing football.
One more time.
I spoke to you while play football.
While playing.
Ah, yes.
Good, good. While playing football.
Okay.
One more time.
Yes, I spoke to you while playing football.
Good. I spoke to you while playing with the gerund, while playing football. Good. We play football as well. We play football.
We do everything.
We do everything. We're active girls here. All right, good. Did you speak to me on the internet? Notice at home, on the internet. I always make this mistake in Spanish. I always say the internet. In English, always. Did you speak to me on the internet, Mamin?
Yes, I spoke to you on the internet.
Good. On. One more time.
Yes, I spoke to you on the internet.
Good. Did you speak to me in the Prado Museum?
Yes.
Tell me.
Yes, I spoke to you in the Prado Museum.
In the
Prado Museum.
Good. One more time.
Yes, I spoke to you in the Prado Museum.
Good. And with the intonation, yes, I spoke to you in the Prado Museum. Duh. Like, why are you asking me? You know. Yes, I spoke to you in the Prado Museum. At home, out loud. Yes, I spoke to you. I spoke to you. We don't speak with. We don't talk with. We speak to and talk to. In the past, spoke to. Good. Did you speak to me in France?
Yes, I spoke to you in France.
Good. Did you speak to me in French?
Yes, I spoke to you in French.
Good. France, French. The difference of pronunciation. Yes, I spoke to you in France, the country. Repeat at home. Yes, I spoke to you in France. And did you speak to me in French? Mamin, again?
Yes, I spoke to you in French.
Good. Yes, I spoke to you in French, the language. France, the country. French, the language. Good. Did you speak to me about football?
Yes, I spoke to you about football.
Good. Did you speak to me about football, regarding football? She spoke to me about football. What team did you speak to me about?
Real Madrid, of course.
Of course, she says, of course, as if it were obvious. Liverpool for me. Yes, I spoke to you about something. I spoke to you about something. Good. Did you speak to me at the gym?
Yes, I spoke to you at the gym.
Good. What were you doing at the gym?
I was, getting fit.
Good, perfect. Getting fit. Yeah, getting fit. Estándote en forma, ¿no?
Sí.
Algo así.
Poniéndome
Getting
en
fit.
forma.
Poniéndote en forma. Good. I was getting fit. Good. I spoke to you at the gym while I was getting fit. Or while getting fit. Good. Did you speak to me at the Irish pub?
Yes, I spoke to you at the Irish pub.
Go ahead. We were drinking beers.
Yes.
She spoke to me at the Irish pub with a Guinness.
We had a good time.
We had a great time. We spoke to each other for a long time. We spoke to each other for a long time. Always to. Did you speak to me at the Irish pub? I remember you. You look familiar. Yeah, I spoke to you at the Irish pub. I spoke to you. I spoke to you. Did you speak to me yesterday morning?
Yes, I spoke to you yesterday morning.
Good, Mama. One more time.
Yes, I spoke to you yesterday morning.
Very good. Good with the intonation, Mama, and good at home out loud. Yes, I spoke to you yesterday morning. All right. I'll leave you with Richard. Take care.
Okay, do you remember who I am? Do you know who I am? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? I'm here to teach English. I'm the teacher. That's who I am. And I'm here to teach English. That's why I'm here, okay? That's why. Es por eso por lo que estoy aquí. That is why. La contracción se hace siempre. That's why. Es la forma en inglés de decir por eso. Oigo a muchos españoles decir for that. Y no decimos en inglés for that. Decimos that's why. Por eso estoy aquí. That's why I'm here. I'm here to teach. So, I hope you know who I am, and I hope you know why I'm here. And to continue, we'll change to camera number 1, okay? Do you know what this is? It's a pencil. It's a pink pencil. Do you know what these are? They're pencils. They're pencils. Now, do you know how many pencils I have? Do you know, aquí la pregunta es, do you know? Do you know how many pencils I have in my left hand? Yes, Richard. I know how many pencils you have in your left hand. It's an easy question. Well, how many pencils do I have? Esto sí que es una pregunta directa. Por eso uso el verbo auxiliar do. Repito, how many pencils do I have in my left hand? You have 3. Yeah, true. Very good. And do you know how many pencils I have in my right hand? Yes, I do. Well, how many pencils do I have in my right hand? You have 1 pencil. Very good. So, do you know how many pencils I have in all? In all? In total, quieres decir. Sí, in total, pero no decimos en total, decimos in all. In all. Do you know how many pencils I have in all? Yes, I do. Well, how many pencils do I have in all? You have 4 pencils in all. Yes. Yes. Hay uno aquí abajo, pero no figura en cámara. Yes, I have 4 pencils in all. Now, do you know which one is in my right hand? Yes, I know which one is in your right hand. Well, which one is in my right hand? The pink one is in your right hand. Very good, the pink one. Okay, and do you know which ones, plural aquí, eh? Do you know which ones are in my left hand? Yes, I do. I know which ones are. Sé cuáles son los que están. I know which ones are in your left hand. Good. Which ones are in my left hand? The blue one, the brown one, and the red one are in your left hand. Okay? Now, how many of the 4 pens? Do you know how many of them are in my right hand? Yes, I do. How many? None. Not any. You don't have any pencils, perdona. You don't have any pencils in your right hand. Are all of the pencils in my left hand, or are some of them still in my right hand? All of the pencils are in your left hand now. And I'm going to remove. Remove, eh? Remove no significa remover, por favor. Okay. I'm going to remove one of the pencils. Okay. Do you know which pencil I'm going to remove? No, Richard, I don't know which pencil you're going to remove. Well, guess. Why do I have to guess which pencil you're going to remove? Because it's part of the English class, my friend. It's maybe a silly game, but please play the game with me. Guess which pencil I'm going to remove. Could you explain the meaning of remove? Yes, remove is quitar, eliminar, to remove. Ah, okay. What's the question? Do you know which pencil I'm going to remove? No, I don't know which pencil you're going to remove. Well, ask me. Richard, which pencil are you going to remove? I'm going to remove the red one. This is the red one, and I'm going to remove it. Do you know where I'm going to put it? Do you know where I am going to put it? No, I don't know where you're going to put it. Well, ask me. Ask me. Richard, where are you going to put the red pencil? I'm going to put it behind my right ear. Right there. Si se queda. All right. Now, do you know I'm going to remove another pencil? Do you know which one I'm going to remove? No, I don't know which one you're going to remove. Are you going to remove the blue one? Maybe. Are you going to remove the brown one? Perhaps. Are you going to remove the pink one? Who knows? So you don't know which one I'm going to remove. Well, of course I don't. I can't read your mind. Well, ask me which one I'm going to remove. Which pencil are you going to remove? The brown one, the blue one, or the pink one? I'm going to remove the brown one. Now, do you know where I'm going to put it? No, I don't know where you're going to put it. Well, ask me, where are you going to put it? The brown pencil. Yes, the brown pencil. Where are you going to put it? Where am I going to put it? Yes, where are you going to put it? Well, I'm going to put it in my pocket. Yeah, in my shirt pocket. Yeah. Where is it now? It's in your shirt pocket. And where's the red pencil? It's behind your ear. And which ear is it behind? It's behind your right ear. Is it still there? Yes, it's still there. Has it fallen? No, it hasn't fallen. Is it going to fall? How do I know? Yo qué sé. What do I know? How do I know? Okay. And finally, we have 1 minute left. Do you know which pencil I'm going to remove? No, I don't know which pencil you're going to remove. Well, ask me. Which pencil are you going to remove? Excuse me, what? I don't understand. What do you want to know? I want to know which pencil you are going to remove. I'm going to remove the pink one. Now ask me where I'm going to put it. Where are you going to put it? I'm going to put it behind my left ear. Okay? Like that. See? Now ask me what I'm going to do with the blue pen. Richard, what are you going to do with the blue pen? I'm going to put it between my teeth, but after I say goodbye, all right? So, we'll pass to our sponsors, I believe, and I'll be right back.
welcome and thank you very much, Richard. Hello to you at home. My name is Kyle, and I'm with Mamen today. Mamen, how are you?
Hi, fine, thank you.
Good, very good, good. And today we're in class 25, and as always, in the third section, starting with 5 words of vocabulary. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
En casa, listo? The first word, beneficial. Beneficial. How do you say that in Spanish?
Yes, beneficioso.
Beneficioso. Muy fácil, no?
Yes, muy fácil.
Very easy, very similar. Beneficial, beneficial, beneficial. Freely. Number 2, freely.
Libremente.
Libremente. Freely.
Freely.
Freely. One more time.
Freely.
Freely, freely,
Freely.
freely. En casa, freely. Muy bien. Glad, glad,
Glad.
glad. ¿Y en
Contento.
español?
Contento.
Contento. Alegre?
Alegre.
Alegre? Glad. I'm glad. Are you glad to be here?
I'm glad to be here.
I'm glad to be here too. Are you glad to be watching? Are they glad to be watching?
I think so.
They should be glad to be watching. Yes.
I'm sure.
Fiancé. Fiancé. This is a word that we steal from French.
Yes.
Fi-
It's
Fiancé.
Yes,
And
it-
in Spanish, how do you say this?
prometido.
Prometido,
It's a little
yes.
bit old-fashioned word.
Fiancé. It's interesting. This is interesting because we have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, and then when we get engaged, they become our fiancé, fiancé, and then on the day of the wedding, you have bride for the female, the novia, the bride, and the male is the
The broom.
groom with the
yeah,
G,
groom.
the groom, bride and groom, and then after, husband and wife.
Yeah.
So you have husband and wife in Spanish, but then for everything you say novia, novio.
Yes.
But in English we have different words for the different stages. Now we have suntan, algo que tengo, no?
Yes, yeah.
Canadian suntan.
Suntan.
Right?
Yes.
How do you say that in Spanish?
Bronceado.
Bronceado, thank you. Yes, suntan. You see that? Suntan. Can you say that out loud at home? Suntan. That's right. I have to work on my suntan. You have
Yes.
much more of a suntan.
No, I work a lot on my suntan.
maybe tomorrow. Suntan. Okay, the 5 words of the day. Good job at home. Now we're going to practice with some indirect questions. Indirect questions. I notice problems with this all the time. So I'm going to give you a direct question and you ask me indirectly. So I will say, how is he? And you'll say,
Do you know how he is?
do you know how he is? How is he? Do you know how he is? How is she?
Do you know how she is?
How is it?
Do you know how it is?
Do you know how it is? Y en casa, en voz alta, do you know how he is? Okay. How are you?
Do you know how I am?
Do you know how I am? How big is London?
Do you know how big is London is?
Sorry?
Do you know how big London is?
Do you know how big London is? Do you know how big London is? One more time.
Do you know how big London is?
Right. Now, your pronunciation is good,
Yeah.
but I'm hearing some problem people at home. Be careful because I hear students all the time say ho, but how, right? How, like the Indians. How? How? How big is London? Do you know how big London is? Do you know how big London is? Right? One more time.
Do you know how big London is?
How cold is Canada in the winter?
Do you know how cold is Canada is in the winter?
How?
How?
Do you know?
Do you know how cold is Canada in the winter?
Do you know how cold
Canada is in the winter.
Okay. The word order. Be careful with how the word order changes. This is what Richard explained in the lesson before. Do you know how cold Canada is in the winter? One more time.
Do you know how cold Canada is?
Good. How tall is my brother?
Do you know how tall your brother is?
Do you know how tall your brother is? How rich, well, for you at home, how rich is Bill Gates? Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Do you know how rich Bill Gates is, right? Ask me again.
Do you know how rich is Bill Gates?
No. Do you know how rich
Is Bill Gates?
Bill Gates is.
Ah, no, yes, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, I tell you again.
Ask me again.
Do you know how rich Bill Gates is?
Yeah, very rich. Do you know how rich Bill Gates is? He's very rich. How tall is Michael Jordan?
Do you know how tall Michael Jordan is?
Do you know how tall Michael Jordan is? Okay, good. Now we can practice with which, right?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Do you know?
Which one? Which one it is?
Do you know which one it is? Again, repeat.
Do you know which one it is?
Do you know which one it is? Do you know which one it is? Which one is better? Which one is better?
Do you know which one better is?
Which one is better?
Do you know which one better is?
Do you know which one is better?
Is better, yeah.
Which one is better? Do you know which one is better? Okay.
Yeah.
Which one tastes like fabada? Which one tastes like fabada?
Do you know which one tastes like fabada?
Like fabada, yes.
Yeah.
So the word order here is not changed. Do you know which
know?
one tastes like fabada? Which one tastes like fabada?
Ah, it doesn't change. The
Not
word.
not in this case.
Okay.
Do you know which one tastes like fabada? Which drink tastes like Pepsi?
Do you know which drink tastes like Pepsi?
Tastes, yeah, and tastes. Right?
Tastes.
With that, tastes.
Tastes.
Do you know which drink tastes like Pepsi?
Do you know which drink tastes like Pepsi?
Like Pepsi.
Pepsi.
Yeah. Do you know which drink tastes like Pepsi? Do you know which song sounds like the Beatles? At home? Which song sounds like the Beatles? Do you know which song sounds like the Beatles? Right. Which book is on the table?
Do you know which book is on the table?
Do you know which book is on the table? Okay. Do you know? Let's see. Do you know which coat feels like rabbit fur? How do you say rabbit? How do you say fur?
Fur is piel.
Piel.
Piel. Rabbit is conejo.
Yeah. So if I say
Piel de conejo.
so if I say which coat tastes like which coat feels like rabbit fur? What would
Do
be
you
the
know
indirect?
which coat feels like rabbit fur?
Like rabbit fur? Do you know which coat feels like rabbit fur? All right. How fast is Alonso? How fast is Alonso?
Do you know how fast is Alonso?
Do you know how fast?
Alonso is.
Ah,
Yes, it was
How
tricky.
fast is Alonso? Do you know how fast Alonso is? Do you know how fast Alonso is? Muy bien en casa. I'm going to leave you with Richard. See you next time.
Oído, confianza y agilidad gramatical. Listening comprehension, confidence when speaking, and grammatical agility. All three are priorities in that order. Understanding, speaking with confidence, not being afraid, and finally, a good mastery of the basic structure of the English language. That's the key. This is la clave. That's the key to speaking good English. And you need to be patient y humilde, humble, and learn to reproduce the basic grammar. The grammar you think you know, but you don't, because you can't reproduce it así con los ojos cerrados, sin pestañear, como decís aquí. Bam, bam. Yes, so you need to constantly repeat and repeat, hablando con la pared si es preciso. You need to repeat forever the structures, the basic structures que parecen fáciles, pero no son cuando los tienes que decir en casos reales a la primera siempre. Okay, see you tomorrow.